Welcome to part 2 of section 6.3. We're talking about simplifying complex fractions. In part 1, we talked about the 4-step process: simplify numerator, denominator separately, ensure numerator, denominator are single fractions, change the reciprocal. And when we change the reciprocal, really what we're doing is dividing fractions, multiplying by the reciprocal. And that's kind of like the keep, change, flip. I didn't put this in the first part, but I'm going to be referring to keep, change, flip in this part 2, and then simplify and reduce. Now let's go ahead and apply this to the first one. Step 1 is making sure that we're simplifying the numerator and denominator separately. Now this first example, we see that the numerator is x plus 1 over x. So we're actually good there. The top and bottom are one fraction, okay? It's one fraction for the top, one fraction for the bottom. So it's simplified independently, okay? They're separately, they're both good. So we can go ahead and jump straight into, because it's a single fraction, sorry, no, second one, it's a single fraction, okay, check, check, single fraction, single fraction. Now we're going to keep, change, flip. You keep the top fraction, okay, we're going to change the divide to multiplication, so that's our change, and then we flip we change to multiplication, and then we flip the bottom, okay, to the reciprocal. We're going to flip. That's essentially, this process, keep, change, flip, is just multiply by the reciprocal. So that's another way to say it. So I'm going to write x plus 1 over x, change times flip. Instead of writing x minus 1 over 2x, I'm going to write the reciprocal, which is 2x over x minus 1. Now from here, we can cross cancel. Now, you wouldn't be wrong in multiplying top times top, bottom times bottom, and then simplifying from there. But if you can, go ahead and simplify before you get going with the multiplication. So let's try to cross cancel here. We're going to cross cancel this guy, this x in the denominator with this x in the numerator, and then that's it. There's nothing else that matches. I like to put this in parentheses for the multiply, so I have 2 times x plus 1 in the top, and then x minus 1 in the bottom. And I could expand that in the top to make it 2x plus 2 after distributing over x minus 1. Either one of these is fine. This one probably is a little bit better. So that's going to be our answer. Okay, that's our first example. We're going to try the same thing with number 2. And right away we notice that it is not simplified in the top nor the bottom. It's not one single fraction, so it violates number 1 and 2 here. So we need to get started on that first. I'm going to take this guy and work with him over here. Actually, choose a different color. Not a fan. We're going to choose this guy, make him blue, and we're going to work with him over here, make him one single fraction, and then we're going to do the same thing with this guy, but move him down there. Let's start with the top. Okay, so the top, we're trying to add 2 plus 1 over y. Now, we need to, one way you can always find a common denominator is to multiply the denominator. So you can change 2 to be 2 over 1, and you can find the common denominator by multiplying 1 times y. Well, 1 times y is just equal to y, so I want my denominators, both of these, okay, to be equal to, oops, sorry, I don't know what I did, redo. Oh, there, got it back. Okay, I want both of these to be y. So I need to multiply this one by y. This one's already y, so he's good to go. He's already matching our common denominator, but the one on the left is not. So I need to multiply the denominator times y so that it is a common denominator. 1 times y is just y, as we've already stated. Now, I can't just change the value by multiplying the denominator, so I also need to multiply the numerator. What does this become? Well, this becomes 2y over y plus 1 over y. Now they have a common denominator, so we're just going to, why did I change it to purple? I need this to be blue. Style, make this blue. Okay, there we go. Oops, wrong blue. I'm sorry for this 3-second break. Okay, so now we have y, that's our common denominator, good. And then we have 2y plus 1 in the top. Okay, so we've simplified the top. This is equal to 2y plus 1. It's all one fraction now, and we're ready to proceed. So then we have this. This is going to be our change in just a second. But now I need to simplify this guy. So this guy is 3 minus 2 over y. This is the same thing. We want there to be a y in the denominator. Right now there's a 1 in the denominator. We want it to be a y. So I need to multiply by y to the top and bottom of the fraction on the left. This becomes, keep this purple, this becomes 3y over y minus 2 over y. So we get 3y minus 2 over y. We got to keep the denominator the same. 3y minus 2. So now it is another single fraction on the bottom. Now we're ready for keep, change, flip. We're done with step 1 and 2. Now we're going to keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep the first fraction the same, 2y plus 1. Another way to think of this is multiplying by the reciprocal. We're going to change to multiply, and then we're going to flip the second fraction. So make that y over 3y minus 2. Now we're going to go ahead and see if we can cross-cancel anything. Yes, we can. We can cross off the y with that y. And our final answer is going to be 2y plus 1 over 3y minus 2. And we're done. Stick around for part 3. Part 3 is coming up right after this. It was going to go over this last example, a little bit more tricky, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.